in the financial industry whose companies may be employing lobbyists seeking to weaken this bill, I want to urge you, as I said on Wall Street a couple weeks ago, to join us rather than to fight us. That doesn't mean that there aren't going to be legitimate differences on the details of what is a complicated piece of legislation. But in its broad parameters, this proposal is a common sense, reasonable, non-ideological approach to target the root problems that we've seen in our financial sector. And I believe these reforms are not only in the interest of the broader economy, they're in the interest of the financial industry as well. Because reform will not only safeguard our system against crises, it will also make our system stronger and more competitive, instilling confidence here at home and across the globe. And I want America's financial sector to continue to be the most trusted and the most respected in the world. That requires reform. And this brings me to a final point. We face some very big challenges right now. The only way we're going to get through them, the only way we ever have, is if we align the interests of workers and businesses and government around a common purpose. At a time of such economic anxiety, it's tempting and, frankly, sometimes easier to turn against one another. So politicians can rail against Wall Street or against each other. Businesses can fault Capitol Hill. And all of this back and forth makes for easy talking points. It makes for good political theater, but it doesn't solve our problems. It doesn't move us forward. It just traps us in the same debates that have held us back for a very long time. It prevents us from tackling the challenges that we've been putting off for decades. I don't believe we can afford that kind of politics anymore. Not now. I believe that we are in this together. I believe that we will succeed or will falter as one people. But I am confident that if we can rise above these failures of the past, then we're not only going to recover, but we're going to emerge stronger than before. And because of the caliber of the leaders and businesses represented in this room, because of the ingenuity of our entrepreneurs, because of the drive and skill and talents of our people, I believe, and I know you believe, that our best days are still ahead of us. So yes, these have been a very difficult 2 years, but the storm is receding and the skies are brightening, and America is poised to lead the world once again toward new horizons. You're going to be a part of that process, and I thank you for your leadership. Thank you. May God bless America.